Hello there, this is DBT, and this are the rooms. And alright, let's play some more Asphalt 8, and today we're testing out this beauty, the Aston Martin Victor, by popular demand. I asked you guys a couple of videos ago, which car would you like me to test in multiplayer? The options were this, the Victor, or the Lambo SVJ, and even though the SVJ got recently rebalanced, you guys wanted to see this, so here we are. And you know how this works? I just go into some multiplayer, classic multiplayer, do sequential racing, no skipping, no cherry picking, whatever happens, you see in this video. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, please let me know by hitting the like button. This really legit helps me know that you're enjoying this and you want to see more of this type of videos in the future, and that way I know what to focus a bit more on. But alright, without further ado, let me activate my boosters and jump into some races. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this car has been featured twice in festivals, like it's been the main car for festival twice. And that is because the first time obviously was when the car was just added into the game, it got released, and you were able to, acquire. But if I remember correctly, that was a premium only vehicle, and that's why I didn't get it back then. And then it was featured a second time, exactly the same festival with, I don't know why they repeated it, probably they didn't have any car to release at that point, but I did go premium in that second time because I was actually at the time looking for some Class A cars to acquire. Now all of this was before the current state of the game with the hybrid systems and getting a lot of fusion coins by watching ads and all of that. Oh Jesus! No, no! Nothing happened? Okay, I wasn't the only one to mess it up, so at least I have some company in this long route. So I was looking for some cars in Class A to get, and obviously I wasn't too willing to spend 3 million fusion coins at the time because fusion coins were considerably... Oh Jesus, what's wrong with me? Fusion coins were considerably more difficult to get at that time. I mean, this race is already all messed up, so might as well just finish it. But that's what I was saying, you see? Oh wow, it climbs walls? Oh, that I did not remember. Oh man. Is this a wall climber? Alright, we might wreck again, but now we're doing this for science. I want to see if it climbs walls or not. I'm gonna hug this wall. I think it wants to climb the wall. Alright, maybe more experiments are needed, but at this point, there's no more walls to test it. Anyway, so yeah, I was looking for more Class A cars, but they were very expensive. You couldn't get as many fusion coins. So spending 3 millions in a Class A car wasn't really feasible. That's what you would spend in order to pro one of those cars. So I instead went premium on this festival because that festival not only gave me this car, but also the 01, which is a car that I wanted, and the Elba, if I remember correctly, which I don't care about, but hey. Alright, so everybody beat us, but honestly the race was all sorts of terrible, so let's just pretend that didn't happen and move on. So in the end I got this car, the 01, the Elba, and I think I got another car, I don't remember, but at least I got 2 cars that I was interested in proing, which was the 01 and this one, the Victor. So eventually I pro'd this one, the Victor, the 01, I didn't have time to do it. Oh, get out of the way, Jesus Christ. So, hey, at least I got this one pro'd. And like I said, this was before the hybrid system, before any of this nonsense that is common nowadays in the game. So times were different, honestly. It was still pretty difficult to update cars back then, at least in regards to the fusion coins, even if the cars didn't require as many parts, but hey, whatever. So yeah, that's how I got this car, and honestly, I've been liking it. I was a little bit, at first I didn't like it visually too much because it looked kind of simple to me. But the more I looked at it, the more I started to like it. Maybe also it has to do with the fact that when I started seeing it in Asphalt 9, I'm like, you know what, it's actually a very nice looking car. So I decided to finally get it, and honestly I don't regret it. It's a very good car. In spite of the mess-ups of the races where I drive terribly or I don't avoid or dodge the cars right at the start, it seems that this car does have some really good acceleration. I remember someone saying that this is knockdown resistance. I cannot attest to that. You can see that stuff happens anyway, but it definitely feels like it's a strong car. How strong? I don't know. Okay, so I got beaten by 2 ZR1s. Interesting, because those supposedly are not meta, but hey, my start was so terrible that I'm not too surprised. Then we got an Arash Asphalt 8, Veneno, what a beauty, and a Nevia, but that was unboosted. Alright, that's unboosted. It doesn't really count, even if it's a king. Alright, this lobby actually started really quickly. Nice. I guess there's not a lot of people in this race, but it's fine. Sometimes it just takes a very long time for the lobbies to actually start. This one was short and sweet, so I like it. All right, let's dodge the cars at the start. There we go. Like I was saying, it does feel like the acceleration of this thing is pretty damn good. What is it, as 1771? I know it's not 1772. I think it's 71, 70 or 71. So, I mean, it's on the upper side of the top of the brackets. Not necessarily a king, quote unquote, but hey, it's fine. Overall, it does feel like a really, really damn strong car. And it also has that beautiful V12 engine sound, very known for, because you hear it on Lambos all the time. Also, obviously, in other cars in this game, but you know, to me, this engine just equals Lambo engine sound. But yeah, look at it, strong. I don't know what's that thing on first place. It looks to me like it's an Evia or a Via. So, not a terrible thing considering that I didn't start at pole position and I did get second place. Not many mistakes, so I think that's a decent enough. Yeah, it was an Evia. I beat the ZR1, a Ferrari FXX Evoluzione, a Tuatara. That's the one that I dodged. All right, that's fine. Again, it seems that the acceleration is good. Now, I had queued up for another race, but I canceled it because I decided, you know what, we need to check the colors of these things because this car does have colors. The original is this really dark green, which is kind of cool. I do like it, but it's a bit too dark. It reminds me actually of the Apollo IE color, super dark. We got gray, the color that I was using. We got some blue, dark red, not so dark red, orange, and this strange sand color. I don't know what it is. So for the next race, let's go with, I think it looks pretty dope and menacing in dark red. So let's do that. Ooh, we're back in orbital loop. I like it. Now, did you notice that strange camera angle is gonna happen again, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know why this particular track, the camera angles in the introduction are a little bit messed up. It's really strange camera angles. That had happened before, I don't know, like a year or some months ago. It got fixed somehow, and now it's happening again. I don't know why that would be the case, why the camera angles would get messed up, but hey, who knows? Maybe that's some sort of indication that the map has received some minor... What? What was that? What in the I can think of a euphemism. What in the bloody... Okay, that one must went for. What happened in there? Seriously, what was that sudden explosion that I hit out? Okay, I was just about to say that the map had gotten some changes. I think it's one of those cases when people that manages the map decides to add some landmines, invisible landmines, so that you run over them and you suddenly burst into a gajillion pieces for no good reason. Because man, come on, I was looking good to possibly win the race and the car just decided to explode. I don't think it's an issue of the car. I have not noticed physics issues with this car. Unless something's changed, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what that is, but it's... Damn, that is annoying. I need to win at least one race. Come on. Well, I mean, this wasn't it, but honestly, that does bother me, because when I mess it up and I crash because I was driving terrible, okay, that's my fault. But when random stuff like that happens, that's when I consider it to be a whole lot of bull. Just saying. All right, let's get to the next one. Now, while we wait here patiently to see if my car is gonna randomly explode for absolutely no reason, let me ask you guys, what do you think about the next pro test? I have two options for you. I have two options that I want to do either one, so you get to decide. Do we do a pro test of the recently quote-unquote nerfed Audi R8 LMS, or do we do a test of the Lamborghini Miura? All right, so there you go. This is a question for today's video. Let me know in the comments which one would you prefer to watch, and that is the next one that I will do. It has to be the majority though. So even if it's 5 votes, it's gonna be 3 votes. It's gonna be majority. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. But all right. Fortunately, no random bullcrap has happened on this race, so I'm looking good for a first place. Hopefully, it's gonna stay that way, so long as this train doesn't spawn out of nowhere and knocks me down, destroys me, wrecks me. I don't know. And so long as I don't mess it up in this turn, which I tend to do. All right, the drift on this thing doesn't seem to be super sharp, but in this particular case, that actually helped me to not hit the inside of the turn and bounce against the outsides, which, you know, does happen from time to time, just saying. All right, what did I beat? The 01, the card I was talking about earlier. The SVJ, I was talking about this earlier too. And we got an FXX Evoluzione, Veyron, Camaro, the king of this entire... Cool. Another FXX and a Hayabusa. All right, that's peculiar. That's fine. I'm totally not salty that I didn't get another chance to do an orbital loop race. Not at all. The only track in which I can perform relatively consistently okay, and I don't get it again. Okay, I see an SBJ right away. Actually, there's another one, or is that a Veneno? I couldn't tell. They were moving too fast. And also from the back, they look a little bit similar. It's a Veneno. Okay. Well, honestly, because I was looking at... Oh, come on, man. That wasn't even a knockdown. He just hit me hard enough for me to bounce off and hit the wall like that. Ah, Jesus. And my car, for some reason, kind of did a micro skid, and I couldn't go into that ramp. Well, then there goes my nitro. Somebody just wrecked, so at least I'm not last place. Actually, I'm third to last, really. So, all things considered, it could be worse. I might actually be able to overtake this 6th place. Yep, there it is. Don't mess it up, GBT, don't mess it up. Here comes a turn where I also mess it up from time to time. We're safe. Yeah, the drift on this thing isn't amazing. Let me say that. It's a bit on the wide side. It's not super sharp. But, you know, it works, at least. It's not absolute garbage. Alright, so for GT, the Veyron, SVJ, Veneno, mwah. FXX, there's my car, and I bid an Evia, another Evoluzione, and a 177. That wasn't triple boosted, so that doesn't really count. Fine. Alright, I didn't pay attention to which version of this track it is. I think this is the one with the jump. Yeah, when you start... Oh no, wait a second, we're in reverse, never mind. And actually, I normally go on that jump, but I didn't this time, and that just seems to be paying off. I think? I don't know, maybe? No, don't push me, don't push me! Wait a second, is the upper route faster somehow? I don't even know. It's alright, I think that was a perfect show that the drift on this thing is still serviceable. I didn't have to do a punch drift to take that turn. But as you saw, it wasn't super sharp either. So just keep that in mind if you're driving this thing. Don't expect it to be amazing. And be ready to do a little bit of punch drifting in case it's necessary. I don't think it will be that necessary most of the times, but hey. Oh, damn, rip, 2 people just crashed behind me. Oh, well, let me keep this first place. There you go. At least I got a couple W's in the video. That's already something compared to some other situations. And I beat a Veyron, ZR1, Evia, and an Evoluzione. Everybody triple boosted. So, okay, that is an absolute win in spite of the... Ah, my boosters! My boosters! My boosters! I'm still waiting, by the way. Why haven't you posted yet your comment telling me if you want me to drive the Audi R8 or the Miura, huh? I'm waiting. Go ahead, type it. Send it. Just waiting for you. Oh, come on! Alright, I guess that proves that my car at least accelerates a little bit faster than the ZR1, but man, it's annoying. So yeah, no, I do mean it. Come on, tell me, which one do you want me to drive? Because that is the next protest that I will do. Not the next video per se, but the next protest. And when I say protest is the rank being at pro, I'm just gonna call it multiplayer test because there's also some cars that I might test that are not necessarily at pro, but I have them MP tuned. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I do want to know which car would you like to see in those two. Remember, I don't have every single car, so it's not like you can just request any car and I'll be able to do it. But from the ones that I have, I'll let you know which ones are kind of in the pipeline, and then we can decide which one we do. So yeah, might as well. Oh, and by the way, maybe you noticed, but I changed the color of my beauty because I like cars in orange. What can I say? Oh, Jesus, yeah, that was a bit scary. No, what's happening? No, you little mother... From second to last place, they just decided to sandwich me against the wall. Jesus Christ, people, control your cars for... I'm okay. Totally okay. Maybe I should even change the name of this sub-series in the channel from Pro Test or Pro Multiplayer Test to MMPT. Mediocre Multiplayer Test. It's just that when I say pro, it sounds like I'm calling myself a pro when I really just meant the car being at pro rank, but... And also because, you know, I don't want to mislead anybody into thinking that I'm a great player or anything. Instead, hey, mediocre player, this is what you can expect if you're also a mediocre player. There you go. It's beautiful. It's all encompassing, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. I mean, that drift looked nice, but the reality is that that section of the track has like hyper grip. And any car that you drift there is gonna drift much sharper than it normally would. So it's kind of curious that some sections and some maps have that. And that is a bit misleading because you might end up with the idea that, oh my god, look at the drift that it just did. And turns out that no, it actually is just that particular part of the track. Or that particular part of that particular track, you know? Still, it's fine. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, that I like doing these tests. And like I said, no cherry picking, no skipping races or anything, precisely because it gives you a good idea of what a player that is not great can do with a car that may be great. So you might get mixed results, much like I do all the time, very often. So there is that. Okay, so Aston Martin won. It wasn't mine, but it did win. Then we got a Veyron ZR1, the Independence Edition, the Camaro, and another ZR1. So yeah, there you have it. All right, so as per usual, you know what to do if you enjoyed this video. Do hit the like button. Like I said, that helps me out to figure it out. And in the meantime, why don't you check this video over here where I acquired a limousine Christmas theme in Forza Horizon 5, or maybe you want to check this video where I did a review of the Jesco Absolute event. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Bye-bye.